We're getting some big breaking news at this hour. The 4 accused in the Hyderabad gang rape murder case have been killed in an encounter on National Highway 44. All 4 accused in Disha rape case have been killed in an encounter. Big breaking update coming this Friday morning. Big development in the Disha rape case as the nation continues to demand justice for Disha. We have another crucial development taking place on the sides. We have the 4 accused who have now been killed in an encounter. Krishnamurthy joining us with all those details. Krishnamurthy, big breaking update coming in. More details.
The number you're calling.
We'll try and reconnect with Krishnamurthy in just a bit. Remember, the last that we knew in the Disha rape case, as far as these 4 accused, is that the Telangana government had ordered setting up a fast-track court to try the 4 men accused of the gang rape. And even as protests continue over the incident, we have a breaking development at this very moment. 4 of those accused have been killed in an encounter on National Highway 44. Krishnamurthy, share with us all those details.
Well, right now what I can confirm to you is that these 4 accused who were in police custody and they were being taken to the scene of crime to reconstruct the entire scene. And what we have come to know is that RF, what the police are confirming to us that RF actually has to plan to attack the police and try to make a bid for escaping. But then he asked all his other partners in crime, Naveen, Shiva and Chenna, to go ahead and attack them. And just that this was the first day when they were being taken to reconstruct the scene of crime because they were given 10 days police custody to go ahead and reconstruct the scene of crime. And what we are hearing is that once they reach that particular spot, the RS in fact suggested and he signaled the others to attack them, and the police in fact retaliated, and there was some kind of encounter which is going on, and that's when the police decided to shoot them down. All the 4 of them were spot dead, in fact declared spot dead, and they're right now being rushed to a local hospital where the commissioner will also be reaching at that particular spot. The police will give us more details to what exactly transpired in that particular event, but for now they have confirmed that yes, they did try to retaliate, and when they were making a bid to escape, when they attacked them, and that's when the police were forced to go ahead and gun them down at that particular same spot where in fact Disha was actually burnt alive. So that is something which the police is confirming that they are the same location about 100 meters away from where Disha was brutally burned alive. That is where that is a scene of time where they were being taken off. And yesterday, in fact, when the police in fact went ahead and recovered their mobile phone, when the accused pointed out that this is where they have hid all the belongings of Disha. And now the police, in fact, when these accused made a bid to escape and they retaliated and they were attacked, then that's when the cops, in fact, went ahead and attacked them, and they were actually burned them alive. So the police, in fact, right now, the commissioner is rushing to the hospital where the 4 accused have been brought down, and they will be expecting that the police will come up and explain more details of what exactly transpired at the scene of crime.
All right. Krishnamurthy sharing with us the preliminary inputs that he is receiving. Krishnamurthy, if you could throw some light on where these accused were being taken. Were they being taken to the crime spot? What exactly was the movement that we're really looking at? You've put out what the reason really was. They were trying to make a bid to escape is when the police reacted to the same, and is how the encounter took place. But what exactly is the movement that we're looking at? Where were they headed?
Well, let me just point out to you what exactly transpired now. It was day before yesterday that when the court, in fact, granted the police custody for 7 days to go ahead and finish the inquiry before handing them over to the court. And what we came to know is that the police immediately didn't go ahead and take them. They were lost in Challabali Central Prison. The original idea was that they will be taken to Shadnagar police station, which is where it is basically investigating the entire scene of crime, because that is where the jurisdiction comes to. Now, there were security concerns because as we saw, there were massive protests by the public when these people were arrested and they were put in charge of the police station. So the police preempted that, and they felt that they shouldn't be taken out at the same time when the court in fact granted information. So what they waited for a day, and around midnight they had taken these four accused to the scene of crime when there's hardly any public movement and with a lot of security. And that is when what we're getting to hear is that what the police are confirming right now is that at the scene of crime, R.S., who is one of the main accused and who is also one of the eldest among all the four of them, went ahead and...
All right, Krishnamurthy, I'll just get back to you in a minute. We also have Anilesh joining us on the phone line with more inputs. Anilesh, big breaking development. All four accused in the Disha gang rape and murder case have been killed in an encounter. What more details are you picking up?
Well, absolutely. So what we learned so far is that, when the police were given the custody, they were about to recreate the scene of the crime, which was near the NH44. Now, what we learned is, as soon as the police took all the culprits there, they tried to escape. It was exactly near NH44 where the crime was committed, where the body was trying to be burnt, and that is where, when the police had to actually fire on all four accused. That's what we learned so far. So it happened during the course of the recreation of the crime when they were trying to escape from the scene, and all the four persons have been killed now in the encounter. That's what we're learning. I'm actually on the way to the place. We'll get you more pictures from there, details from there. But what we know so far is A, the police were trying to recreate the scene. B, they were trying to flee from there. C, they were then encountered by the police, and all four are dead. That's what the information is at this point of time.
Right. Absolutely, Anilesh. So what we're given to understand is that these four accused, of course, were in 10-day custody. But now, as they were being taken to the scene of crime, is when they tried to make a bid to escape, is when the police was forced to open fire. It indeed is a big breaking development in the case, because Anilesh, this comes at a time when Unnao has also happened. There is growing anger against these rapists. There is a demand to come out with a legislation, to come out with a bill to hang these rapists. And on the sidelines, we have this particular episode taking place. All four accused in the Disha gang rape murder case have now been killed in an encounter. Now, the police also certainly will have to answer some questions, will have to narrate the entire episode as and when it happened. All right, we'll try and now reconnect with our reporters in just a bit. But remember, viewers, how these four men were arrested on 29th of November after they gang raped a 26-year-old doctor, after which they set her ablaze, following which there was nationwide outrage over the same. There was a growing demand to kill these rapists, to hang these rapists. The parliamentarians were also forced to take up the matter. And now we have these four accused who were being taken to the crime scene. The police was trying to recreate the scene of the crime. When they tried to engage in some kind of a mischief, they were trying to make a bid to escape, is when the police was forced to open fire. Those are the preliminary inputs that we're picking up as far as these four accused now being killed in an encounter is concerned. We'll try and gather more and more information on the same. But indeed is a big breaking development in the Hyderabad gang rape and murder case. All four accused have been killed on National Highway 44. At a time when even the Unnao rape case has resurfaced, has come to light, wherein the victim is battling for her life, has now been shifted to a hospital in the national capital. there is indeed a growing demand to hang these rapists, to look at the situation more carefully as to why these cases are increasing year after year. We have a big development in the Hyderabad gang rape and murder case. We slip into a short break here, viewers, but we get back with more inputs. Indeed, a sensational development. 4 of these accused have now been killed in an encounter on National Highway 44.